Hello, and welcome back to Dice Dropping's Song of Ice and Fire role-playing tabletop game. Chronicles of House Weirlight, we're back!
We got it this time. Congratulations.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
So, where we're going to pick up is essentially that evening. Quite early in the evening, quite early. The sun has just set. It is twilight. The sun is, there's still lights in the sky from the sun. And Thorsten, you've done the testing over and over and over again, and you are now quite certain what the substance in this vial is. Yeah.
Yes.
You are quite certain it is. Here we go. All right. It is, in fact, the Tears of Lys.
Oh, bad.
Spell Lys.
Lys.
Okay.
Now, the Tears of Lys have quite a nasty reputation. Hold on, where did it go? Milk of the Poppy.
Yes.
Yeah. So the Tears of Lys is a colorless, odorless liquid, and it's sweet. And it's as sweet as water. So like it's just nothing. Like it's literally nothing. It's as if you just poured water into something. It is rare and expensive drug, originally originating from, of course, the free city of Lys. And now the tears attack the victim's stomach and bowels, weakening them drastically and killing the victim after several days.
Is there a cure?
I will say that one moment. Let me just finish talking about the Tears of Lys.
Okay.
The Tears of Lys is, of course, favored by assassins because it leaves no trace. Now, it generally has several effects mechanically, but it's basically what you know. The Tears of Lys is always fatal. Unless the effects are permanent, essentially. Once it is ingested, it's in there. Unless they had just drinking it and you witnessed them doing it and you like punched it out of them and made them vomit. If they've already gotten to the point where the symptoms have beginning to show, he technically he died days ago. Like it's done.
Sorry. Discord picture.
Nice. Yep, odorless, tasteless. Iocane powder, yes. I mean, yeah, basically. I mean, Tears of Lys is a liquid version of that. But yeah, it
Poor
is.
Adam Dannett.
Did you say poor Adam Dannett?
Yes.
I mean, would you like to? I mean, you haven't really seen his symptoms, but if you want to assume, you may assume.
Yeah, true. Is not eating like one of the first signs?
Yeah, it is. Lack of appetite is pretty common. I would say with all the rolls you did, I am going to give to you. From what you observed of Adam, it does sort of seem like he had a lot of similar signs. But there are also the similar signs of like a fever and like a couple other things. Yeah. But if he was poisoned, it would probably have been the Tears of Lys.
Yeah.
But that also means if he showed major signs today, he would have been poisoned days ago. Like not even like a little less than a week.
So before he got to King's Landing?
Maybe.
Okay.
Or maybe the day he got to King's Landing.
Okay.
Timeline.
Hmm.
It works different in different people. Some people are better at resisting it.
Yeah.
You know, for old ladies, it would probably take 2 days. For, you know, a guy like the Mountain, it would take maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. It's dependent on your immune system.
Yeah.
That good old immune system.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
So I am going to take my findings and immediately go speak with my lord and lady.
All right.
No.
It is at this point, Lady Vivian and Lady Mariella, do you go back as the days have sort of wrapped up? You've set your things in motion.
Mhm.
Yeah, all right, fantastic.
Sure.
So basically, everyone can just meet back up. Now, Henrik, you were heading back first, essentially, with your group.
We were, yeah.
Do you have any destiny points left right now?
Got one left, yeah.
Okay.
Love the sound of that.
Because I'm just gonna shoot you in the head. No.
Honestly, yeah. Oh, God.
I just really want you to make. Actually, no. What's your passive awareness?
Passive awareness? Probably 12 now.
12?
Yeah, 12.
You have a 3 in awareness? Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Better than the one I had before, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so as you head back, you do see someone leaving the tavern. I would be at that time. Right after it goes home right after. Yeah, okay. Yes, sorry. Triple checking. I have a time bracket of events.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So Henrik, as you come upon the Green Tree Inn, you see someone leaving it. They look kind of familiar to you. It's got the dark hair. I don't know if you know her name. You maybe do, but it's that prostitute.
Oh, yeah, we saw her the first night. She was sitting on some dude's lap, yeah.
Yeah. She's coming out. You're kind of walking around right near her, and she kind of turns to like nod to her, and she kind of like sees you guys and goes like, and just like kind of very quickly keeps going.
She'd look at like me or Nimora, because
Why don't you make an awareness roll?
okay. Thanks, Nimora.
Oh, yeah. She looked at you, Henrik.
Whoa.
Yeah, it seems like she looked at you, and you're pretty sure she got a little freaked out, and then she just kept moving.
Okay. I like just yeah.
You have no, yeah. You've never had an interaction with her.
No,
so
I
you
haven't.
don't know why?
Like I don't even know if she saw me that one day. Okay. Stop. I'll just do like, polite nod. What's she wearing, by the way? Is she like in like commoner's clothes? This is important. Okay,
sure.
I would calm it down.
Was she clothed?
Yeah, she was clothed. She
Oh, thank
wasn't.
God.
She's not wearing like her prostitute veils of like, ooh. She's wearing just like something you would wear to the market.
Okay. Just give her like, polite nod and then continue into the Green Tree Inn.
All right.
Interesting. Okay.
Alrighty. So you enter back into the inn. Henrik, you see Sir Brian Telson in there, sitting on the couch. He looks pretty happy.
Can I make the connection in my head?
Yes.
Cool.
So he definitely doesn't look like someone who just had a roll in the hay.
I didn't think so, but I was like, they definitely do that usual like flirtatious thing. Something happened. All right.
Yeah.
Between these two for sure. All right. Cute.
You see Sir Brian kind of looks at you, goes, he stands up. and he goes, Sir Henrik, Lord Henrik.
Yes, Sir Brian, I remember
He
correctly, right?
He goes, I saw you in the first round of the tournament.
Ah, yes.
Brilliant, well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, I heard there was some kind of disagreement between you two houses. It seems to say that he was talking a lot. I'm glad you shut him up. Yes. Excellent. Because, like, I just wanted to congratulate you.
Thank you.
What's
I was gonna say,
what you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, after seeing him smiling, I do like that kind of smirk back of like where the door was, where Litter just entered. Like, I don't know if you attended the festival for the whole time, but it seems like you've had a time here as well.
She flashes and goes, "Oh, I mean, yes.
Excellent.
But yes, I did. I've been having, but it's not like that. It's not like that. Like, oh, all right, but it's not though.
Whatever you say. Sorry.
Like, okay. Yeah. Something is off though, Naimora. You would notice Sir Jorah Landseer is not in his seat that he never leaves.
Just gonna ask that.
Oh.
Shock.
He's probably getting drunk somewhere else. I will ask oh, what's his face?
Like Lyle.
Lyle, yes.
Yeah.
Just offhand, excuse me, Lyle, are you busy?
I think I'm never too busy for my customers. How may I help you?
Charming. Out of curiosity, do you know where that old man went?
What old man?
Mr.
Just the seat.
Mhm.
He goes, oh, you know?
He's been here every single night.
Oh,
for
we
the
always
entire
did.
time we've been here.
Yeah, he never. Yeah, you know, I did hear a little something. Apparently, he got some kinds of mail. I'm not sure, a letter or something. Someone he knew. Apparently, he had to go get it. Seemed the people who delivered it seemed all a bit of a tizzy, so not really sure. Maybe it was long lost door or something. I don't know. But the moment I find out, the information will reach your ears. I swear.
Thank you. It's much appreciated. Just kind of just leave. Just leave.
Just leave.
I just leave.
Mm-hmm.
Is Sir Brian? Sir Brian is Dornish, right?
He is. He is Dornish.
Does he look Dornish?
He looks incredibly Dornish.
Just the most Dornish.
He has long, straight black hair and very dusty skin.
Mm-hmm.
And a very vibrant brown to his eyes that almost make them have like a bit of like the maroon almost.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, the Hannibal eyes.
Yeah, he definitely looks like he's definitely like a sand Dorn for sure.
I'm just kind of like I'm listening to him talking to Henrik, and I just kind of like tilting my head a little bit, but I'm not interrupting.
Sure, yeah.
But I'm just listening to them talk.
Yeah. In Henrik, you know, Brian would be like around your age, like he's still technically a teenager. He's definitely older than you. He's like 18, 17, something like that. He's like 2 to 3 years older. He's a bit taller too, but he's like, but he does kind of just go out of his way. Like, you know, we haven't really spoken much, but we do stay in this inn. I know I
haven't. That's a shame, though. I apologize. My family's been quite busy when we arrived.
Well, I do understand that, you know, Reachmen don't have the greatest look upon the Dornish.
That is a true statement. I won't argue with that. However, I think myself and my family are a bit of the exception and are trying to be more tolerant of our neighbors.
That's why I did mention, because I did notice your sworn sword here, and he kind of inclines his head to you, Naimora.
I incline my head as well.
They open the conversation circle. To
Conversation circle, yeah. Hey, like your sworn sword. You're like, I don't think we've been formally introduced. I have heard your name, but I'm Sir Brian Telson.
It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. My name is Naimora Flowers.
Naimora Flowers. Oh, I see. But you hold a very high position. Obviously, this family is either incredibly tolerant of Dornish, or your skill has transcended most. And he's just like looking for the word. Bigotry.
Yes, I would like to think that this is a good mixture of both, but I assume that it is more the former than the latter. The Weirlights have been very good to me, and have never treated me poorly.
I think nods. He goes, "Well, that's good to know." I hear, Henrik, that you are a man of honor.
Looks shocked at that. It's like, I hope to be. I try to do the right thing, as I think all.
Yeah, I have heard some talk about
And
you
I
in town.
should.
That you treat the small folk with respect, and you do not waive your position about, and you, when confronted with animosity, often either rise to challenge it with either words or, like you did today, with skill. I think that's a fairly good statement of honor, wouldn't you?
I would. I've never kind of caught me by surprise. I've never really had myself described that way. Normally, people just say I'm arrogant, full-headed. But
I have spoken to many people, I think, who are very observant.
can I make a awareness check to see if he's into me or something? Real quick?
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Those are real quick.
Like, does he want my pen? Understood.
Let's see.
12. You do not believe he wants your pen.
He's just a
I
nice boy.
wasn't sure. He was Dornish. I know they're chilling that. I didn't know for sure if that was who he was into. So,
Yeah, so
No.
no, I mean, no, you don't believe he's like hitting on you.
Okay.
Definitely do believe, though, he's trying to get a gauge of who you are and is like maybe trying to confirm some things he's heard. He definitely seems like he wants to talk to you about something.
Does he seem cool with like Amora being here as well? He's not like
Yeah, he seems, he's not like no, he's just talking out in the open. He's not even talking that quietly.
okay, cool. They're like, well, that's honestly, sir, that's a wonderful thing to hear. I know I'm young, but I'm trying to do right by my family, and I know now, especially more than ever, the expectations and responsibilities I'm going to have to face when I'm older. So I think if I'm trying to set up good habits and good ideals for myself, it'll be easier to go through with them later on.
I see. Yes. Well, I've come to King's Landing, of course, to participate in the tournament. Want to earn some kind of renown, but there are many things that bring a man places, and I'm just glad to know that you are a man of honor. I have asked around you. I hope you don't find that offensive.
I don't. I'm a bit curious now.
Well,
Why?
most nobles where I come from, if you ask them a direct question, the only thing you will find is that you have given them a reason to stab you in the back. So I often do not ask direct questions any longer until I've found out some things. Well, you were staying here, and I just was wondering, and I've heard some varying, very conflicting things about your family. It seems someone is lying, because I have heard two sides of not even the same story, and I'm not sure, but it seems to me that the one that favors you, I think, is more true.
I appreciate you looking about and not coming to your own conclusions just on well. That's refreshing to hear, actually.
I prefer to find if a rumor is true or not. It takes some doing, but yes, I guess I just wanted to congratulate you and seem you agree that you are a man of honor, or at least surprised to hear it, but are accepting of it. And he just kind of like sighs, like I don't necessarily have anything extra to ask you, but I also do not know how to politely allow you to leave the conversation.
All right. You said here we can. This is easy. But I usually just change the topic. So you said you did, and I'll like go. I'll start asking about like how he did in attorney, and like
Sure, yeah.
who he's up against next time.
He's like, I did good enough. He's like, I'm just a hedge knight.
I asked, did he see the fight between Sir Barristan and the really big one that I missed? So he saw it.
Gotcha. Yeah. He definitely
Stuff like that.
He'll definitely engage with you in that.
Sure.
Memora, you notice Orton kind of come in, kind of like give you a nod, go through for like a few minutes, and then come back to his usual kind of spot and like pull out another book, and he's just like gets the wine. He's just like and doing what he's always done, just drinking wine and reading books.
Just sitting, drinking wine, reading books, sitting there in his bathrobe, just like, just hanging out.
Ambiance candles all around him. Yeah.
I'll go over and say hello to Orton, because I don't want to interrupt Henrik and Sir Ryan's conversation with the questions that I want to answer Ryan.
Sure, no problem. Yeah. Orton warmly greets you. He's like, Memora, good to see you.
Hello, Orton. How are you doing today?
Tired, very tired. Had to do a lot of policing.
Oh, policing. Oh,
My brother. Yes, he won his first round, so...
In the melee or the joust?
Both.
Congratulations to your brother.
Oh, yes, no, very much congratulations. But yes, his friends seem to congratulate him as well, as they went on quite a campaign through the city.
Mm-hmm. I can only imagine. He should be so lucky, however, that quite large man is no longer in the joust. That was...
Oh, the mountain.
Yes.
The mountain
that rides.
Yes. Oh, God. Luck there that he was knocked out by 70.
I had heard of him before, but never actually seen him compete. And I am... He's
terrifying. You see, this is a bit odd, but he's actually my uncle.
Oh.
Yes, my mother is his sister.
Yeah. Can I make a retroactive breeding test to see if I can recall that for myself, or?
Well, I mean, he just told you, but
I know. But
Lord Tinker mentioning that to you, yeah.
Yeah, and okay, I think I knew that on some level.
Yes, I mean, I cut such an intimidating figure.
Someone has to get all of the muscles, and someone has to get all of the brains.
I mean, very kind of you, but I would have liked maybe some. I've lost some. No, I couldn't pursue such things. I'm middling at best.
Middling at best, but if it would not besmear your reputation to receive some form of tutelage from a common sellsword, I would be glad to teach you how to at least protect yourself with a dagger at some point.
I know how to use a blade. I am a nobleman. I was taught, but I have no potential. I am a middling swordsman.
Middling taught. Anybody has better potential than that.
He shakes his head. He goes, "Well, it was. I also have no interest in it. You see, he taught the same swordsman is. I mean, he was fairly skilled and won some tournaments and whatnot, and won some wars. But I just have no desire for it, and therefore no motivation. Thus, middling.
That is different entirely.
I also, trust me, lack potential. I do not like swinging a sword. I will, but I'm just not a fan of it. But no, I that's why I changed most of my interests to scholarly pursuits and court politics, because I don't know. I think better a politician than a middling swordsman, because graveyards are full of middling swordsmen.
All the same, it pleases me to know that you at least can protect yourself. I'm
very good at running away as well. So.
Another form of protecting yourself.
Yeah. But I'm not a coward.
No, but I would hate to see you. I don't like seeing people getting hurt to begin with, but I find you an interesting conversationalist and consider you a companion, if not a friend. And so
thank you, Naimora. I take that truly to heart. I never thought a sworn blade of a high reach house who is Dornish and a bastard could ever find me remotely interesting. At least of all enough to call friend. So that I appreciate it.
You see, all of those things that you just said are the things that most people would immediately turn their heads at. Sworn sword, bastard, Dornish. People stop listening after they hear the first one, usually.
Well, my position is not so high or blood so thick to the ability to ignore such people. So your sort of conversation continues. Thorsten, you come in. You see a bit of your family, and not too long after you come in and begin to settle down, realize you need to maybe drink something.
Thorsten, who hasn't eaten, drank, or used the bathroom in 12 hours.
I have, but it's very minimal. It's like, okay, I can survive on 5 crackers for 4 hours. Okay.
Yeah. And then, of course, Lady Vivian and Lady Mariella come in.
The gang's all here.
Yay.
So
I immediately walk up to Lady Vivian and get close to her and let her know that I have figured out what was in the vial very, very whisperingly. That way she only really hears it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll just gesture so we can go upstairs so that people don't overhear.
And I do so.
Conversation.
All right, you go upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So you and Vivian are in a secure location.
Mm-hmm.
So after many hours of research, I am 100% sure that it is the vial. What was in the vial were tears of blood. What was it? Tears of Lees?
Lease, yeah.
Lease. Thank you.
And DM, is that known? Is that known?
You would have to make a knowledge roll.
Okay.
Can I help her?
No, because this is just if she knows without your help. If you would help her, you could just tell her.
Mm-hmm. My hot 2 dice.
Oh boy.
7.
Nope, doesn't sound familiar to you.
I'm just like.
So I explained the poison / drug.
Yeah,
Eh,
definitely a poison.
And it's always fatal.
Always. And
Depending on the immune system, it can take minimum a day, 2 days, up to sometimes 2 weeks, depending on the person.
it was empty? The vial was empty.
Completely empty. Well, trace amounts, I should say.
That means it's been used on someone, yes?
Yes.
This is concerning. We'll have to tell Henrik and Mariella.
For now, I think this dagger should be hidden 100%. So
the less people that could possibly have eyes on it to
it.
see if we have it
yeah,
would be better.
Because if it's being used, that means it's been used on somebody, and it could be someone in the house or somebody close to us or something like that who wants to shift blame.
I mean, that's exactly what I believe this to be. If it was already delivered to Henrik empty, that's the implication. Someone is going to die of this traceless drug and put the blame on us.
Yeah.
Wait. And you said it was... Sorry, and
I give you the relist of all the symptoms again.
Mm-hmm. And does Adam have these same symptoms?
From what I saw of him on the first night, because I haven't seen him since, the loss of appetite being close to the top of the list for this, but it could also be a fever, it could be quote unquote the flu. I don't know what it would be called in Westeros.
Mm-hmm. So
but it's not. It's possible. But
it's
I mean,
possible.
The serious fatigue. I mean that right there would kind of lean it more towards this.
I haven't seen anyone else with those same symptoms. I stayed at the tourney to see if anyone else had, because possibly, if the Seven were kind and people would let things lie, I'd hoped that perhaps it was just something that he ate. But if we are going on the assumption that the Janet boy was infected, then someone planted this, and someone very soon plans on accusing Henrik, and by virtuous.
Damn you, little finger. Sorry. But yes, I agree.
You said it's expensive, yes?
It's extremely expensive.
I can't think of anyone that would do this, or why. Something is not adding up. There is nothing. I mean, if Adam dies, the house. I mean,
yeah.
Alfric is sick in bed. He didn't even come to the tourney. There's no even telling that he can get better.
If Adam dies because of this, whoever's doing this might be trying to wipe out the entire Gannett house.
Mariella mentioned something during the tourney that it is, if someone's going through all this trouble, it is leaning more strongly to the possibility that Iris is alive.
Yeah.
And if that is the case, the removal of Adam Dannett would thus remove any male lines to the Dannett family, leaving Iris to inherit this. And if that's the case, I don't, why would anyone want to make sure she inherits anything? She's a girl. She's not...
Maybe with her inheriting it, she can do things her way and do what she wants and go from there.
Perhaps. I spoke with the merchant she was betrothed to. She is the only Dannett that seems to be bold enough or have the guile to worm their way out of any given contract, you think she would do this? Poison her own brother to make sure that she inherit?
It's possible. I mean, anything's possible. If she's got this guile, then to go as far with the merchant and do all of that, and then potentially trick Henrik into obviously everything that happened with that. I mean, could she go that far? Probably.
Possible.
It's all speculation at this point.
And then if the house is seen or even suspected of doing anything of tampering with Adam to ensure that we won the joust, we would have to pay reparations, and she would have the wealth to possibly dig herself and family out of debt.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, she doesn't know. Maybe she's working with someone. She on her own does not have the money to buy this hire mercenaries and this fox knight that hounded us on the road. She's working with someone, or someone is using her to their advantage.
It could be that. She could also have promised maybe lands or...
She has no lands. No.
Well,
her
entire... have the lands and maybe promised that in return.
To do what with? Everything that they have is salted and ruined. Would that still... Thorsten, you would know. Does that still have value to people?
I mean, Thorsten, you know, to Lady Vivienne Sayers, she has no land. To anyone who wasn't born ungodly rich, the Danet have awesome lands. They're just not what Vivienne sees them as salted and destroyed. Yeah, some people salted them, but the fact that farmers were killed means they definitely still have lands and stuff, and they still do produce a lot of food. They have a lot of debts, essentially, because of the war, because a lot of their people got murdered.
There's still value to their lands, even if it's not to the Weirlight's standards. If you're not born into being wealthy, I mean, I'm sure commoners would take it in a heartbeat.
So you think that you believe a possibility is that she promised some other individual
plots of land to do all of this and to hopefully be a mastermind of some sort, or it could just be something completely different. Like I said, it's all speculation.
This is true. I don't like not knowing, Thorsten.
That makes two of us.
Thank you for your work. This is very well done. Please tell Henrik when he returns to... He's doing something now to pull him from it. I think we do it. And please infer to him the importance of him not telling anyone that he has a dragonbone knife in his possession.
Well, he doesn't. You do, as I hand it to you.
It's your problem now.
Not in that sense.
I will give this to Clarissa later to hide. Gross.
I of course take the vial out. That way the vial is not in the dagger.
Brilliant. Right. I just hide it in the bottom of my things, I guess. I'll let Mariella know, and Tedric. Nymora should also be told so she can keep an eye out. Though, just to be prepared, I don't want any of the other guards on higher notice than anything, because whoever is masterminding behind this, the more people that know, the more likely they are to catch on, and we need every advantage. Not only that,
but more bloodshed.
The more Thorsten, I'm going to say something, and whatever thoughts you may have on me, keep it to yourself. But if there is no helping Adam Danet, I see no benefit in family what is, if we don't even know if this is the cause of
True.
his
If this is the cause of death to Adam due to the signs we've seen, I agree with you. I want them to think it was something more natural versus him being poisoned.
Understood.
It's the least we could do for them, I guess.
No one he'll be dead, but we don't want the last thought of him possibly dying because his sister wants to take everything back from him. All right. It's now more imperative that if Iris is alive, she is found, and quick.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Of course. I bow as I head back to deck. I actually head back downstairs and I inform. I'm assuming we have guards downstairs, or no, they're at the tents.
Yeah, if you were here, just in case. Basically, they're here until you go to sleep.
Okay. I let one of them know as soon as Henrik shows up to.
Well, you walked past him earlier. He was already here. But as you two end this conversation, I will say while they're talking, everybody else hanging out in the tavern, a lot more people have shown up. Nate and Lugas and a few of his people are here. Sir Gennady and some of his folk are getting a little drunk. Brian and Henrik, you two are still basically just kind of talking. As at this point, though, running into the tavern, holding up a piece of paper, you see Sir Joris Landseer.
That guy.
And he goes, "A challenge!"
Does Lyle point at him
Everyone?
as he runs there?
No, Lyle just looks at him. Goes, "A challenge!" And he begins to walk directly over to you, Nymora, because you're the one who talked to him last.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh
Got
God!
this.
I look at Orton and I say, "I'm so sorry."
He goes, you see, I told you, I knew the Fox Knight. He's challenged me," and he throws a piece of paper down on the ground.
Okay.
Well, not on the ground, and on the table in front of you.
I pick up the paper and I look at it and
Yeah.
kind of parse through it a little bit.
It's really easy. It is a challenge from Lord Arkay to Sir Joris. It is a formal challenge. There is a location, a time. It's tonight, basically. He seems real stoked about it. And they see that he's challenged me. The Fox Knight and eternal enemies. He wants to end it tonight. A duel under the moon. Moonlight. You just hear Nat and Lucas just start laughing. The old cunt fucking lost it. How fucking pathetic. And they all just start laughing. And Sir Joris sort of glares, but turns to the side. And they go, "You asking about him, but who will come? Who will come join me? Watch me kill the Fox Knight." And you just hear Sir Gennady and his people just start laughing. And Lyle kind of shakes his head,
Sir Joris, can I borrow this paper for just a moment?
Sure.
I swear that I will bring it back. My Lord Orton, I am so sorry. Please excuse me just for a second.
Of course. Yeah. And the thing is, everyone's kind of being silent. You do hear, "I will join you." And everyone turns, and Sir Brian stood up.
Hey!
And he goes, "A brave knight such as yourself should have a second, especially if someone as underhanded as the Fox Knight might be there. And Joe's like, "Oh, thank you, lad. Thank you. Yes." And when that happens and you walk away, Orton actually stands up. He goes, "You know what? I'll come too." He goes, "Really? Yes. If this actually is Lord Arkay, if my father is to be believed, he owes my father a debt. So perhaps I can get him to stand down peacefully."
Well, if everyone's going, yeah.
Henrik, you wanna join?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
All right.
Can I go find Lady Vivian?
Sure.
I think I saw her go upstairs. So So I would like to go to Lady Vivian, my Lady Vivian,
Yeah.
and just be like, and just.
Do you see Thorsten and Vivian talking?
Pardon me, my lady, for interrupting, but out of curiosity, do you still possess that letter that purported to be from the Lord Danet?
As far as I know, that was taken by Sir Barristan Selmy, correct,
Okay.
DM?
It was.
And it was not returned.
It was not.
Okay.
Why?
My lady, does this writing look familiar?
I take
Can I
it.
show her Can I show her the letter?
Yeah, you can go to the letter. Well, apparently this is a duel signed by essentially the Fox Knight to Sir Jorah Landseer for a duel tonight. Apparently, so that's a thing. The handwriting. Why don't you make a memory test?
Oh no!
Skiddly.
Now is that cunning? Under
It is.
okay.
It is a cunning test. Yes.
Okay, here we go. I got 1 destiny point to reroll it. Actually, do I reroll or do I add? No, it just adds a bonus dice, right? It doesn't give me another dice.
I believe it adds a full die.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Thorsten is here too, so Thorsten can.
Well, Thorsten never
look at it.
Yeah.
Oh, he never saw the thing. Okay,
He was
never
busy
mind.
keeping someone alive.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
You, Nymora. You. Yeah, so I will invest my destiny point to give myself another dice, maybe?
Alrighty. Go for it.
Okay. Oh.
Ho. Okay, so with 10, it does.
Oh,
It
thank
does
God.
look familiar.
Okay.
You can't place it, but you have read this handwriting before,
Okay.
like in a letter that made you upset. Like, so
That's what you remember the most. is
The upset, yeah.
the upsetness. Flames the side of my face.
Mhm.
2 1s. Oof.
But yes, this is familiar to you.
Right. Okay. This, and it says something about meeting the fox. You are going to this, right? Well, I'm telling you now, you are going to this. You can take Henrik and Tedric. Most importantly, we need this Fox Knight alive.
Yes, my lady.
Even if it has nothing to do with the individual that has been hounding us since our arrival, him being captured alive and brought to the king, I'm sure will give some benefit. But if it is at all related to the individual who's been behind most of this, capturing him alive and him admitting it will do well. If you have to kill him, fine. But a confession will do us far better, especially with suspicion have been placed upon us to begin with.
Yes, my lady. I will go.
Excellent.
Take the letter back down to Sir Joris.
All right, yeah. So apparently, you can already see Henrik, Sir Brian, and Orton have joined the party. Like, will no other join this fellowship? Calls Sir Joris. Marielle, of course, you're witnessing this.
It's not like I can go.
I mean, you could.
You could at the duel. Ladies are allowed to
You
witness
can watch
duels.
the duel.
Like, it's fashionable.
It's up to you.
Yeah, but like, we're talking about theoretically the dude that shot one of our guards, which was like pretty much like right next to the carriage.
Yeah, this is no.
Like
This is
through
nothing.
the throat or something. I don't.
Yeah. So it's less from I can't, I'm a girl, and more like I want to get shot.
If this guy has somehow been behind the continuous assaults on our party all the way here, you're asking me to leave a city that he's not willing to enter to go possibly see this dude. think not.
But out of curiosity, when is the duel set to take place?
Like they would leave now, essentially.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's be off.
If this goes well, maybe I can meet Lars afterwards.
Maybe.
Maybe.
He's not hard to find.
Hey, maybe you'll have like a really good story to tell. That'll be fine.
All right, I'll go. I'll come with you, Sir Doris. There should be witnesses to this. I hand him his letter back.
Okay, yeah. He appreciates that, and he goes, "Thank you, thank you. I very much appreciate this. I think this is a historic day for you youngins. Anyone else wish to come?"
Does the maester go?
Like once.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Thorsten, do you want to go?
If
Thorsten, do you want
yeah.
to witness a murder?
Thorsten will go just in case he is needed for medical reasons.
Triage, yeah.
Or triage, yes.
Medic!
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so Henrik, Nymora, and Thorsten will go to the duel with the Fox Knight. Vivian, no, Mariella, I assume you want to go check if Constance is here.
Yeah, she hasn't shown up at all today.
Absolutely. So, like, if you check in the room, Constance is not there.
Awesome.
And I go to if Mariel is not doing anything directly after, I would like to try and poke my head out and catch her.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I would be maybe like getting ready to go down and like see if Lyle has possibly seen my handmaiden go anywhere. But Vivian would be able to kind of catch her before then.
Cool.
So that's fine.
Cool, just full turn you around and swish you back into your room and close the door.
Awesome.
Yep. So, are you aware that your brother was delivered a knife to his room? Thorsten examined it, and it had a vial hidden in the pommel. The contents of it... Oh, it's not. The contents of it is something called the Tears of Lys. It's a poison or drug, considered both of some kind, and it is lethal, and the vial was empty when your brother received the dagger. From what he's been told of Adam's symptoms, he believes that it's possible he has been poisoned. I thought that you should know, because you have expressed to me that you wanted to be more in the loop, but it is imperative that
it not leave this room.
Indeed.
Could I just roll a random knowledge check, because it's like maester of like, hey, knowledge is the Bible, learn everything, like, is my uncle. Could I just roll a random knowledge to see if, like, for some reason, like, I have a vague notion of Tears of Lys? Yes, no, maybe so, Tony? You're muted.
Oh, I've been muted.
There you go.
Whoops. Yes, you may, of course, make a knowledge check.
It's probably going to go nowhere. No. Okay, cool. So just what
Nope,
my
never heard of it.
Got it. That's cool.
Yep. It's pretty rare.
Okay. Well, I had managed to convince Henrik to talk to Father about some of what goes on with the knife. So then there would be conversation. I'm not about maybe following up who might have had it before the child delivered it.
Good.
Um,
So I'm sure he'll have time to tell Thorsten, and Thorsten will tell me. We'll get to all of that. We are also, it is decided, we are not telling the Danets any of this. Adam is going to die. If he is poisoned. I will add that, yeah. If he is poisoned. And if he's not, he'll make a miraculous recovery and all will be well in the 7.
but better to leave it maybe more a kindness of unknowing than saying
It's more
poison.
No. It's not so much a kind. It is not a kindness. It is an assurity that our family is not to be immediately accused of tampering with a joust that would have determined our innocence.
True.
What happens to the boy is unfortunate, but this house is what is important.
Oh, you had asked me to, I haven't made work of looking into the Westbrooks, but the Lars gentleman, or Clarissa and I were able to figure a few things out. One, he is here. 2, he was the gentleman that knocked Henrik out of the melee. Although it seemed like he was going under another name. I don't know what that name was.
Yeah. I'm not sure how he ties into this, but I'm sure Clarissa, and with you now helping her, will be able to piece that together. Good. I spoke to Reuben Piper, and Adam Adam was under the belief that we kidnapped Iris. But Reuben fully believes that if she is anywhere, she is in the city, and he has hired people to look for her. Apparently the rumors of them being in debt is very true. They are massively in debt. And a marriage contract was signed by him, he expresses. So, if you do find anything about the Westbrooks, please let me know. I will be beginning to ask individuals to help search for Iris, because now it seems, with the pieces that are falling together and unfortunately being dropped upon our laps, it might be important that she's found, dead or alive. I put her one way but can work with the other.
Is there a reason for not caring whether or not she's alive?
Well, her being alive is a possibility to gain friendships with Reuben Piper, who is actually a very sound-minded merchant, and I don't think I would very much mind him becoming a noble and we having access to him within the Reach. On the other hand, Thorsten had a thought that if she is alive, perhaps she has an idea and might be one of the pieces in the orchestration of all of this. She could be asking favors of individuals with the promise of her brother's land, should he pass, in the hopes that she does not have to be married. That's the assumption anyway, but so there are complications and benefits to her being alive. Her not being found also has its benefits. So
Narrator,
Yes.
is there something I can roll to know, like, considering Mariella and Iris and all of that lovely stuff, would there be something to roll to know what exactly the relationship between Adam and Iris was? Like,
I'm going to say
the flavor.
no.
That's cool.
You really don't know anything much about Iris. You just know the things she said to you. You guys never really had conversations.
Yeah, that's fine.
And you never really saw her with her brother. Her brother was always off doing something else. They never really were very prominent in any of the gatherings they were really involved with. Yeah, I think the truth of it, I think what you not being able to know, Roll, I think will tell you something that essentially you realize you don't really know anything about Iris. You know she treated you like shit, and that made you feel like shit, and you know things about her family from your papa. But her socially, how she reacts to things, how her relationship with her brother, these are things you've never really observed. They seemed like private people.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, cut there to the noble group, off to fight the Fox Knights. Welcome back. So, on the way, so Joris is very excited, and Sir Brian kind of talking to you, Henrik. He's like, I don't know if this is true or not, but I just didn't want the old man to. People can be very cruel, you know.
No, I know, and I'm glad you did. I would have volunteered, not unfortunately for less noble reason you would have had, Vic, but I found that I've had some interesting run-ins, I suppose, with the Fox Knight or someone perhaps masquerading as the Fox Knight. I don't know. You're not there, Vivian. Don't look at me like that.
Really?
Yes.
I
don't know where here. In fact,
who the Fox Knight is.
It's from.
I'm from Dorne.
Right. Forgive me. There is this old House Arcade, that's nearly extinct or believed to be extinct now, and there's this rumor that there's this surviving member, lord, if you will, that is very much against the Baratheons and the king, and he sort of I guess not haunts, but prowls the King's Road and in my case, harasses my family and the carriages and everything like that. But I don't know precisely if what Sir Juris is saying is true, but it seemed interesting enough. And when we got to the city, the Gold Cloaks were saying that they had heard sightings about it, but they, shrugged it off as nothing, and it probably was.
Yeah. All right. And he goes, "Oh, interesting." Nemora, yeah.
Yeah, I will just tell Henrik, and Sir Brian as well, since he's within earshot. Just like, my Lord Henrik, I would request that you be very careful. I am not so sure that this is a hoax. I don't know if this is a Fox Knight or not, but considering that there have been multiple attempts made on our lives recently, I think it would be wise to be careful. And you as well, Sir Brian, since you are in our company.
Oh, well, if this is as serious as you think, I will. You do see Orton kind of saddle up.
Orton, you especially be careful, man.
And he kind of just says, I personally don't know if this is real, but I was of the same mind of Sir Brian. But, I mean, listen, I wasn't fully aware you had dealings with the Fox Knight, but if my father like if my father is to be believed, Conrad, the Fox Knight owed him a debt of some kind. He bragged about it when he was drunk quite often. I might make it. I am serious. If I say it's my father, maybe he'll comply. Is he unreasonable? I've never met him.
I don't think I've met him either.
Neither of us have. This is
What happened? If you did, but you said you had dealings with him, but you've never met him.
Possibly we were attacked on our way to King's Landing, and it was not great. And the witness we had or planned to have that would have helped our family in the whole debacle with the Danets was murdered, and for a while we thought it might have something to do with the Fox Knight, but it's stupid. I don't know much.
All right. Well, hopefully we come out to the middle of a field and an old man is confused, as someone has probably played a trick on him. But if this is real, then maybe I can get this to going peacefully.
If this is real, then I guess that would perhaps help a lot.
Yeah, I
at
mean,
least your father.
Orton. Yeah, by the way, Brian and Orton definitely they didn't have a lot of time, but they grabbed their swords. Orton does have a long sword. He is a nobleman.
So we got swords, and
it definitely does dangle from his side as if he's not super aware of it. Like he definitely doesn't has the gait of a swordsman, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you have your weapon on you, Henrik.
Always, yeah. I don't know if I probably don't have any armor on or anything.
No, probably not. But you do have your blade.
Yeah.
And of course, you're always wearing your armor and
my functional leather armor and my spear. Yes.
Your spear. All right. As you kind of walk, Brian is like, it's fascinating. I can't believe you had dealings with a sort of rumored knight. It's very interesting. Let's see here. But you definitely tell from talking to Brian, he definitely seems well educated, despite being a hedge knight. He goes, we have quite a bit of time, apparently, as we have to go into the Kingswood to do this, but would you like to hear a Dornish story?
Certainly, yes, of course.
Oh.
I would love to. I haven't heard any for a few years now.
Yes. Well, this is the story of a blade. The blade. It is known as Scorpion, a Valyrian steel blade awarded to a great Dornish warrior by his prince for service in driving out the forces of Daeron I after the conquest of Dorne. The sword was passed down from father to son for generations. A number of years ago, the father was murdered and the sword stolen by, unknown parties. But it is rumored to have a pattern along the blade that looks like a scorpion poised to strike on one side. Though some say it just looks like a bunch of reddish swirls. So it's not a very long story, but
Oh, okay, kind of in shock, that was it. Okay.
That was it.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't Gennady have a Valyrian steel sword?
He did have a
He
Valyrian.
was talking about?
He did kind of talk about it.
All right. Did he mention? Do I remember if he mentioned its name? Trying to remember.
Maybe. You could make a memory test.
I can. That's just cunning, right?
That is just cunning.
That's
Se-
almost.
7.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
No, you don't recall.
I remember he had a nice sword because I
Yeah,
remember
it was
my
definitely.
sword.
You remember it was definitely Valyrian steel.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't know if he ever mentioned its name.
Can't be that many Valyrian steel longswords left, right?
Probably not.
They're all either locked up in storage, or I mean, people are loath to be parted from them. Sir Gennady had a lot out of Valyrian steel longsword.
He does. That's right. He does.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a reaction when he says that?
Why don't
I
you
guess.
make an awareness test?
Okay. Love doing these now.
Awareness, empathy.
Come on, Mark.
None of us have empathy. We fight.
Yeah, man. For the combat crew together.
Mhm. 8. Not really. Not that you can really notice.
Oh, okay.
He definitely stops talking, but that's about it. So after a bit, you guys do kind of get towards the clearing that basically should be the place. Brian sort of is like, if what I've heard of this Fox Knight is true, if he sees a small army entering the clearing,
That what we are?
he will probably, he'll probably run, right? Right?
I don't know how challenges work in these days.
Well, it was
I
only
would
expecting one man and 5 appear.
Right. If he might get suspicious then.
Exactly.
Do we
I
guess?
yes. There's some bushes around the clearing. Maybe we should just stay low. And
Does George say anything about this?
yeah, so George goes. I suppose I said. That is a.
I didn't really think of that. No.
yeah.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. Yes.
Yes.
All the same, I would not feel comfortable if only one lone man went out into the woods at night.
Well, we'd be watching over, but if anyone to approach, obviously Sir Joris, because he is the one thing, and perhaps Lord Orton, if he has some family connection to the man, he probably won't attack him. You see, as he says that, Orton kind of goes like, and like make sure his Lugus symbol is like really like obvious.
No, okay, right in the center there.
He's not looking to get shot.
Yep. We're present. Don't worry, we have the maester with us.
I think I will fight. Now Orton's like, well, I'm not a warrior, and I would not stand a chance if Lord Arkay chose to fight. I don't want to just be out there. And Brian goes, listen, if this man apparently fled his family and betrayed his noble lineage to fight in a forest, he will definitely not care about the honor of a duel, and he will run if he sees all of us go out there. He will most likely not do it. And then Orton kind of like a little under his breath is like, more likely he won't even show up because he's not fucking here.
Not real. Yeah.
And then Sir Joris immediately goes, fear not! And just like clasps him on the shoulder. I shall protect you. And watch over you, my young ward. And Orton's like,
see?
I'm a grown man.
You're good.
yeah.
Got you.
I'm an adult.
I'm like 28 or something.
Yeah.
Right. It's great.
He goes, okay, fine. No, that's a fine plan. Joris, yes. So you three perhaps fan out at different angles, just in case the coward tries to run. And we two alone shall go and confront him. Yes.
It's actually not a terrible idea, so we should do that.
Brian's like, thank you, as it just like, kind of, yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna say, touch Henrik on the arm and just say, just remember that he fought with a bow.
No. Keep an eye out for.
Stay low, stay behind cover.
All right.
I'll
So
go
do you
find
guys
someone.
kind of want to like fan out a bit around the clearing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. Why don't you give me a stealth test?
Ugh.
Now, I will say it's not high because it is dark, and the clearing is rather thick with brush. So why don't you two make a good old stealth roll?
Ugh.
9.
All right, 9. Very good.
5.
But not as good.
Yeah.
But you do get a +1 for darkness, so that does actually equal 6, which is the TN. So
Yeah. Woo.
yeah, so you two kind of spread out around. One person over here, Lamore over here, Brian's over here, and Orton, who's like kind of like he's like
Having a panic
the
attack?
fact that you all are taking this seriously seems to be him being like, okay then. Like he seems real nervous. So Joris just begins to walk out, and so does Orton.
Confident as only the elderly can be.
Yep. So yeah. So as they go like halfway out into the clearing, and they're kind of getting to come close to like this tree, Orton kind of stops Joris for a second, begins to sort of talk to him. If anyone wants to overhear what they're saying, you may make an awareness test.
I know.
It
will.
is not
Why
high.
not?
4.
Not that low.
Yeah.
11, yes. Henrik, yeah. So you see, so Joris, perhaps wait here a moment. Let me walk forward. If Lord Arcay is here, perhaps me alone could stop this whole thing. Perhaps. So Joris goes, very well. And then you see Orton walk forward like maybe 2 yards.
Still in like eyesight.
Oh, very much so. You see him completely. He's out in the fucking open. And he goes, Lord Arcay? Beat. Nothing. I am Orton Lugas, son of Conrad Lugas. For the supposed love you bear my father, please, I beckon, show yourself. And actually emerging from behind the tree, you see a tall man. He's got long black hair with some gray in it, bit of a beard, striking, and he definitely matches the description of the Fox Knight.
Holy shit.
He's got a quiver on his back. His bow is next to him. He has a blade on his side. And he has literally like the fox crest of his old house on his chest. And he comes out and he looks at Orton. And he looks at Joris. And he goes, who was traveling with you two? I know a large party moved through here. And he's just sort of looking around. But he doesn't seem to have noticed any of you. And Orton just puts a hand up and goes, members of my house. Just, servants. As you see, you do notice when Lord Arcay stands out, Orton's eyes go a little wide. He's like,
oh, someone's here. Okay, this is real.
and then Sir Joris just pulls his blade, and he goes, Lord Arcay, at last!
Oh, God. Okay.
And Lord Arcade turns and stares at Sir Joris, and he goes, "Who are you?" And Sir Joris charges him, and Lord Arcade just kind of goes back and pulls his blade out, and immediately starts fighting. You see Orton take like several steps back and go to start pulling his blade out because he's again not a warrior, and like fully pulls his blade out, and kind of immediately you see him parry Joris's first blow, and then immediately cut Joris's side, and he grabs himself. What are you guys doing? Anything?
Well, yeah. I'm as soon as they start fighting, I'll jump out of my hiding place.
You're gonna begin to run in.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. All right, Naimora, what about you?
No, the element of surprise benefits me more at this point.
Okay, I will say though, he is there quite a distance from you, so running there will take a while.
Yeah. Can I try to move closer without being seen, without like jumping?
The only way to really get closer to them is to exit in the center of this clearing.
Okay.
Near a tree that's like in the clearing, essentially.
Okay. Oh shit.
If you want to stick here and try to sneak around more to where Joris, the Fox Knight's like back would be, and then begin to emerge, and there is a lot less likely chance you'll be spotted if you want to start moving that way. All right, absolutely. So you begin to move that way. Henrik, you charge out, blade drawn. You see Brian joins you from where he is.
Thanks, Brian.
And they begin charging Lord Arcay. The time you two get there, Lord Arcay has already slashed Joris another side. It looks like Joris dropped his sword. He's old. He's a very old man.
I know. This is sad.
And he lands on the ground. Orton has fully drawn his blade, and he's just like this. But not getting closer. And as you two come in, Joris kind of just raises his blade up to just kill Joris. So why don't you and Bri,
Bri, my bud.
why don't you roll a quickness test to see if you can get in the melee before he murders Joris?
I have bonus dice, but it never works out. It's not quickness.
11. Yes, you are going to be able to get to him before he stabs the old man. All right. So when you start, you are basically like 2 meters from him. Well, we're just going to go with your turn right now and keep going. Okay. What do you do, Henrik?
I'm reading the thing right now. There's not like a parry thing, like where I can just like block his shot so we can't hurt him. Right? I
mean, you're pretty sure if you attack him, he'll probably focus on you.
Okay.
This is an old, unarmed man at this point.
So, do I only get a lesser attack because running was my greater for this one, right?
Yes, essentially.
Okay, sure. Okay. Ooh, I've tried this yet. No, he hasn't been hurt yet. Okay. I'll do just a basic attack then.
All right, make that attack. 13. Very nice. You come up. Take your blade. Do you have your shield with you?
I probably took that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. So you come with your shield. One hand, swing your longsword. He goes from this and just whoosh, and blocks your blade. As 13 does not hit him.
Damn. Okay.
And he blocks and just kind of shoves you off and takes a two-handed position with his blade. Looks like very calm. He's tall, and he is quite imposing this close. And though you know him to be a master archer, he seems obviously not that ill-skilled with a sword as well. All right. Brian's going to go. Brian's going to run in. Oh! Yeah. Dang. Yeah, he gets him.
Nice job, Brian.
Way to go, Bri. Fast.
Yeah, so that's gonna be yeah. So as he's kind of like staring off against you, Ryan just comes in and like stabs him a bit. He kind of jumps off of it, only really like the tip get in, but you definitely think he definitely got wounded from that.
Okay.
And now he's very aware of both you and Brian.
Cool.
He sees Orton, but is like,
Yeah.
just.
I was the
not a
distracting
threat.
one.
Not a threat.
Yeah.
That's fine. Cool.
Definitely these two night bros for sure.
Night bros.
All right. Now, Naimora, if you want to try and take him by surprise, could you please make a stealth test?
Sure. And I would like to use a destiny point to give myself a second die.
Sounds good
Give
to me.
myself another die, I should say.
Yeah, sounds good. 8. Okay. Alrighty. So you are beginning to sneak a boot. If you want to join the next round of combat, you just let me know.
Okay.
You just basically I want to join, and then we'll hit your quickness button, and then we'll get you in.
Okay.
So now it is Lord Arcay, and he's looking at you too. He's definitely going to go after you, Henrik. You've got a shield. And he's going to swing his long blade at you. Oh, I mean, I'm guessing that hits.
I can't see it.
Oh! Sorry, shit. They're still hitting. Hold on. I totally thought you guys could. Have you not been able to see any of my rolls tonight?
I feel like some of them I was, yeah.
Yeah.
All of my character sheets have different. I'm sorry.
No, like,
All right. Good.
not all of them have been showing.
You're fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. He rolled a 20.
I mean, yeah. And it's
Yeah. So, what is your combat defense?
with the shield, that would be 12.
12. Yeah. Oh, nice. All right. So he gets 2 degrees of success on you. So he deals you 8 damage.
Ooh. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Not great.
Yeah, so he just gives you a hearty cut, kind of bats your shield aside, and gives you a stab through your shoulder as he pulls out. There was definitely blood and a significant amount of pain. And he is actually using his greater action to use divided attack, so he can now also attack Brian.
Oh, Brian, my bro.
With lesser dice. Yep, hits Brian. Brian also just stab, slices him across the arm. Blood begins to rain down as Brian has also taken a hit at this point. All right. Technically, Orton could go.
Orton?
Will Orton? You know what?
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm
he's going.
Like,
He's
I'm
going.
still okay, but yeah. Orton,
He's going in. Orton just goes, "Ah!" And he attacks.
Come on, Orton, you got this, man.
All right, Orton. Hold on. Oh god, I just lost his character sheet. Oh, jumping around a lot. All right, here we go. Orton, you fighty boy, you.
If he lost the sheet, he's dead.
Uh-huh.
Tell me if you can see this one. I think I have this open.
You can.
Okay. He unfortunately he misses.
Oh, Orton. So funny.
I will say he does have 3 dice in fighting and a bonus dice in long blades. He has had noble training. He's just, not really focused in it.
He's just nerves getting to him. It's
it wasn't
crazy
a bad slice, honestly. It wasn't like he didn't know what he was doing.
Is
but
the Fox Knight
Arcade,
wearing... Yeah. Sorry, is the Fox Knight wearing armor?
he is wearing armor. Yeah.
Okay.
And he comes up and blocks. Orton kind of shoves him off. All right, Henrik, you're right at him now.
Cool. Sorry, my brain is out of it. I can do, because I moved it there. I can do a greater attack and a lesser attack.
No, you can do a greater action or 2 lesser.
Right, thank you. Okay. I would like. Oh god, this is really stupid. Could I? Yeah, fuck. Do a reckless attack.
Okay, so what is a reckless attack again?
Reckless attack. You add 1 die to fighting, and you subtract 5 from your combat defense.
Ah, okay, yeah, go for it, my man.
I believe that's a bonus die I add, or is it?
No, that's a full die.
Oh, it's just a full die.
That's a full fighting die, my man.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's 2 degrees of success. And you have what, 5 damage on your
5?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that goes up now because the die. Because I think.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, so that's 10 damage. Yeah, you slash RK pretty good. He looks like he did not like that.
May I join initiative?
Of course, roll a quickness agility test. 19. Very nice.
Fast. Gotta go fast.
Yeah, Brian is going to come in, go make a swing.
This Brian.
Nope. Brian misses him. Another block. All right, so at the bottom of this round, Naimora.
Mm-hmm.
You can run in. You basically you've begun to run in at the bottom of this round. Next round, you'll essentially get there. At the top of the round, Naimora, it's your turn.
I run in.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he is surprised. Maybe.
Perhaps you're not sure until you attack.
And then I can only I have to run, so I can still only do the basic attack.
Yes, you can. Yeah, only do 1 basic essentially because you have to move.
Got this.
Do. Fighting. 17. Oh, that's not. Hang on. Hang on. I didn't roll spears. I'm dumb.
Mm-hmm. So why don't you? So it's
just roll 2 additional.
Yeah, and then we'll replace.
Yeah. And then I actually get a full die too, because of expertise.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll replace obviously
The 2.
the 1 and the exactly the one with the 3. So it's 2 higher. So it's actually 19 plus 5 is 24. Yeah, you crit him.
It's been so long since I fought something, guys.
You crit him. Now, unfortunately, the crit, because you have no 6s, doesn't deal any like multiplied damage, but it does mean what's the base of your spears?
I think it's just 1.
No, what damage? You have 1 damage.
Or no, not 1 damage, but it's
the
just my
damage. What is the damage of your spear?
That would be like your fighting plus whatever.
So what is that?
4.
4. Okay, so that means you've dealt 12 damage to him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you run in and he's just like, oh. You did not take him by surprise. He saw you coming. It didn't matter, and you get him good. He definitely felt that one, and he is.
I am not trying to kill this man. I am trying to
injury.
I am trying to take his.
He's still up though,
All
right?
right. Okay, so.
I'm trying to get his legs out from under him.
Before you fight, you need to tell me that because
there's
different dice in this game if you are trying to.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry.
So basically, if that attack comes through, that won't kill him because he's taking injuries right now. But if you want to non-lethally take him down, you may attack him with -2 fighting dice because you're essentially holding back a strike.
Okay.
So that is how you attack someone non-lethally in this game.
You know what? It hasn't come up previously.
It does not. So, not a problem. Lord RK looks like he is looking around. There's not really an exit for him that's easily gone. He's got all these people around him, and he gets a look in his eye, like he's ready to fucking die. So he is going to. I mean, God, did Naimura just got him real good, but I think, yeah, he doesn't think he's going to escape this. And Henrik, you look real open.
No. I'm thrilled.
And you don't have any extra. I mean, you do, but yeah. So he's gonna go after you, my sweet hen boy.
Oh, of course he is.
There are many things in life, hen boy.
Ooh, okay, I think that hits. Does that? I'm guessing, yeah.
I still don't see it. Sorry.
I hit the thing. Sorry, this is
Roll 20 says no.
So this isn't a thing Roll20 put into the sheet. I built a little hide algorithm thing, and I turned it off, but apparently it is not.
Roll20
figure that.
says no.
I'm gonna figure that out later. I'm just gonna let that be a thing. Okay, his sword. All right, so. Oh no, you have a -5 to your combat defense right now, don't you?
I do.
Does that make it 7?
Yeah.
Okay, so he crit you.
Oh.
Okay. So he does 16 damage.
Ooh.
Oh wait, hold on.
Panic.
24.
Oh, it's worse. Okay,
It's worse.
thanks. Thank you. Okay, good to know.
So,
How many injuries do I have to take?
okay. No, this is a good question. So, every injury you take will minus your what's it called? Endurance rank from the damage you take. But you can only take as many injuries as you have endurance.
I have
Now, what is your endurance rank?
3.
Okay. So if you took 3 injuries, you would get rid of 9 damage, which would go that down to 15, which I'm guessing would still take you out.
Yeah, that would.
Okay, then. But in fighting, we have another option called wounds.
Yeah, I remember these, yeah.
Now, here's the problem with wounds. Injuries can take a day or so to get rid of. Wounds take a very long time. So this means this could permanently affect your character. There is a chance if you take wounds. It will also give you -1 dice on all of your tests. However, if you take a wound, it will absorb the damage of the attack.
Okay.
Now, I will say, if he defeats you right now, if he takes your health down, that means you are out of this fight. And if RK wins or get away, that means he gets to decide what happens to you.
Yeah.
Essentially. But because there is one guy and a bunch of other fighters, you would not die.
And I'm here.
Also, Thorsten's in the bushes.
I forgot. Thorsten just pops his head up.
Thorsten's been so silent.
I'm here. Go take your Thorsten.
Like the hidey-ho neighbor.
Hey.
Hi-ho.
All right, so if you get just taken out of the fight, that means you're just out of the fight.
But he could also kill me, essentially, if he gets back to his turn.
No.
If he wins,
He wins
then
the fight.
he technically decides what happens to you.
Exactly.
I don't think he has a good chance of getting out of it.
I mean,
so.
yeah, there's a lot of people, and he's already really hurt.
As metal as I think it would be to have Henrik have an eye patch. Not that would be the injury Tony would give me. He probably would give me something cool like that. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I know that.
She probably killed me too for not protecting him, or healing him better.
Probably. So I will just let this take me out of the fight.
All right, so Naimora, you just witness this man just slash Henrik. Henrik vomit blood, eyes roll backward, and fall onto his back.
Oh, that looks bad.
He looks
Okay.
dead to you.
Cool. Awesome.
First takeout. It's not fun.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Arcade's scary.
No joke.
And he is going to, once again, he uses divided attack. Okay, tell me if you see it. Just when okay?
We're looking. We're looking.
Okay, because I think I figured this out. All right. He's now going to attack. He's going to attack Naimora.
No.
All right. Deal with it later.
Did it hit though?
14.
My combat is 12.
Okay, so he hit you. And so he dealt 5 damage.
Which I think my soak is 4.
Yeah, it is.
So 1.
So 1. All right.
Yep.
Brian. Brian gonna go ham.
Oh, Bri.
Yeah, he just goes like Lord Henrik, and Brian's gonna make a reckless attack too. He's
Boy,
Bros,
the boy.
bros,
Bro. There's a boy there. Thanks, Bri.
Thanks,
Look
Brian.
back.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure that this. I'm really certain this. I haven't really fucked
You
much
are
with.
just on a
Brian.
mission now.
We
Listen,
have
Bri-
a goal.
Okay, here we go.
On Bri. Got this.
Do you see it?
No.
Did it go yet?
Last thing I see is Heather's 5.
Oh, God damn it. Okay. Okay. Well,
He hit.
Oh shit. I mean, yeah, he hits.
Okay, good.
Yeah. He crit actually.
Yeah, Bri. Let's
So
go,
that's-
man.
4 damage from him, so that's 24. I mean, Arcade's gonna take a wound. Otherwise, Brian would literally just murder him right now because Brian doesn't know you're trying to keep him alive. But yeah, he's gonna take a wound. So Brian just fully stabs him, and let's go to the handy dandy wound chart to see what happens to him.
Oh, chart.
Well, that makes sense. Internal injury. Brian just stabs him and runs him through and pulls out, and Arceus goes, ugh, and hits one knee, and then stands back up, and blood comes out of his mouth. But he's still there, still fighting. All right. Orton's
I'll be right
turn.
back real quick.
No problem. Orton's turn. Let's see. I think you should be able to see Orton's. Yeah, his combat defense is not great now. Okay, let's see what happens. Caw!
We see it.
Jesus!
Oh, yeah. Orton, let it go, man.
We want him alive.
And does he know not to kill him?
No, you haven't told
You guys
him.
have told him, dick.
You said nothing.
All right. You guys need to decide. You guys, do you want us to tell people everything, or do you want us to tell them nothing? All right. You
Not.
guys just need to decide on this stuff, okay?
I got 3 6s. Oh my!
Jesus.
Oh my
Orton.
God!
He just, man.
Brian just dealt like over 50 damage.
I mean, Orton himself was saying that he wasn't trying to resolve this peaceably, but I guess he did attack.
Let's be real, Orton.
Mhm.
Orton's scared. Hold
Later.
on. He would have to take, because that's 10, so he would have to take. Because how much? I'm just seeing if RK can actually survive this hit.
And I really wanted to knock him out.
No, he cannot. Okay.
Sorry, man.
Nice. Yeah. Orton Lucas just runs up and stabs RK through the throat and back out the back of his head, and just goes and lets go of the sword.
Oh.
And I mean, maybe actually. And Lord Grey goes and just falls over, blood erupting from him. Orton looks like he's in complete shock. So Brian goes, yeah! Namora, what are you doing? Thorsten, you have witnessed this entire thing.
I come running up to see what I can do.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna definitely need you to make a endurance running test.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hey, your DC was 12. Yeah.
Let me go.
Fuck. You see Thorsten just
Maester, run. Let's go.
Maester run. Now, Thorsten, here's the question.
Yes.
The Fox Knight has a sword through his throat, and mouth, sort of, bleeding out of the ground, and unfortunately, Henrik is also on the ground, bleeding, looking a bit dead. Who do you go to?
Oh,
Fine, I'm fine.
do I have a moment to ask Nymora a quick question?
I mean, you can do whatever you want, but people are bleeding, so.
I asked Nymora, how bad is Henrik? Because I couldn't really see anything.
I mean, to you, Namora, he looked dead.
Got stabbed. I'm gonna go look at him. I'm gonna go over to Henrik.
I immediately go to Henrik.
Okay, you may make a diagnosed test, essentially.
It's going to be a straight healing for me.
Yeah.
Because I don't have diagnosed yet.
Mm-hmm. 17. All right. Henrik is hurt, but he's just unconscious. It looks like he was mostly knocked out by the blow. You don't think he's in danger of dying.
Okay. I'm going to immediately go back to the Fox Knight.
Okay. He has a long sword in his face, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Well, would you like to diagnose to see how bad this is?
I want to diagnose to see if it's something that I could even
Okay.
attempt.
Sure.
So
Let's see
in
how
the middle of
you
the
roll.
woods at night.
12. Okay. So,
real quick, before you tell me anything,
sure.
can I know if I failed before I use my lucky?
No. If you want to use your lucky, you gotta use it.
Okay, that's what I thought. I'm going to use it.
Okay, you're going to use lucky. Go. Make that roll.
Oh.
With a 22, I mean, it was only the base of the brain, and there's a lot of blood, but maybe.
He's lobotomized. He's fine.
You are an amazing maester. It would be your greatest achievement as a maester.
Oh,
But I am now telling you right now, Thorsten, this roll is possible.
Okay.
You can do this, man.
I'm going to try with treat
Have
injury.
destiny
All right, now
points.
before you roll,
Okay.
Believe in you.
Thorsten, do you have any destiny points?
I have one.
So
Okay.
this is what I am going to tell you right now.
Okay.
This is going to be a very difficult roll.
I figured.
This person should be dead.
Mhm.
But you rolled 22. I'm allowing this to be a thing. So the difficulty for this is going to be quite high.
I figured.
It is going to be above 20.
Okay.
It is still within your dice capacity range to achieve it. But if you want to burn that destiny point to maybe give yourself an extra die, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Not burn, but use.
Okay. So use the destiny. Okay.
Yeah, they wouldn't be a bad idea. If you want to hold on to it to reroll, that's fine too. But this is going to be a very difficult roll.
I will use it to give. Basically, by using it to add a die, I would go from a 5 to a 6 temporarily.
Yes, you would.
I'm going to do that.
Is there like a help? Is there a help action?
Do you have any bonus dice in treat injury?
No.
I have
God,
1
no.
in treat injury.
Well, that will help you, Thorsten, but
Yeah.
Nymora,
No, I
unfortunately,
don't.
since you do not, and Orton doesn't, and neither does Brian. Brian and Orton look very confused about what the fuck you're doing. They're like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to save him? And they look more concerned about
As I'm doing stuff, I say, Nymora, explain as I keep doing this.
The letter that Joris had has the same handwriting, Lady Vivian thinks, as the letter that we pulled off of those men who ambushed us. If this man wrote both of those letters, he knows more things than that might help to acquit our house.
But your house has been acquitted. You beat Adam Dannett. This is Orton.
In the eyes of the king, yes. In the eyes of other reach houses?
He shrugs. He goes, very well. I don't know why you would want to save this. I mean, if that is the Fox Knight, he's a horrible murderer. But if he can help, okay. We didn't know that.
No, there's been some confusion lately over what we should tell people and what we shouldn't tell people.
Yeah, there's been a lot.
Hold on, and then Orton just walks over and just bends over, and you just hear like, you just hear retching.
Breathe through your nose.
He goes, but there's mucus.
That's all going on. I'm going to do my treat injury roll.
Yeah. All right, let's see this.
Oh my god.
19, unfortunately. Wait, did you increase? You didn't add your extra die, man.
Yeah, I did.
You did.
I went from 5 to 6.
No, you did. I thought
my bonus die just was a 1, even though I rolled
it was a poopy roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am sorry to say. You are at this. So the DC was 22 was the DC. But you were very close, but unfortunately, no. You don't add anything to healing tests. Or
I'm
right?
looking. I'm double checking it right now.
I gotta be sure. I'm really trying here.
Could it be a food quality thing? I can help you search for stuff.
It would just probably be his maester thing.
Yeah. I only get a +4 to my knowledge and will from cunning.
From
Cunning Maester.
I see. Okay, well, unfortunately, you pull the sword out, you staunch the bleeding, you do everything you can. You're working on him for quite some time, but you realize at a point he just basically slips from your grasp.
Mm-hmm.
You were so close, if only you had a little bit more time. But the severe wounds he had gotten previously from Nymora and Prian, it just there were too many stab wounds, too much bleeding, and his brain was slightly open. If you had saved him, it would have you could have definitely talked about it at the Maester conference.
Beat that! Yeah.
I once stopped a man with a sword through his face. Saved him with a sword through his head. But unfortunately, he passes. Orton is on his hands and knees, just like breathing through, breathing in and out.
As soon as that is done, I immediately hand something to Orton to calm his nerves.
He will take it gladly. So Brian is sort of like looking over Henrik. He goes, and Lord Henrik, he is all right?
He's unconscious. I'm gonna go over to Henrik and
Covered in blood. Just so much blood.
I've like knelt down on the ground and just pulled Henrik like partially into my lap and just like cleaning blood off his face. Just...
Mm-hmm. All right. Yep.
You need to make another.
Stupid boy.
If you want to wake him up, yeah, it's a treat injury.
I changed it back down to a 5.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be funny if
I
now
accept
you
it.
got a 22.
Right.
All right. Yeah. So you kind of bandage
Still
him
got
up.
one bonus die. Punish it.
Yeah. Gotta treat him, all that good stuff. But you eventually and kind of like rub something under his nose.
Mm-hmm.
And Henrik,
Salts.
you do sort of rouse and wake. You're not like up, like what is going on.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets up, I immediately give him one sip of milk of the poppy because he's going to be in pain.
I don't even know it's being put in my mouth now, but I just swallow it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
What? Oh god. Okay.
And yeah, you do immediately feel a lot of pain on your chest. But you realize you're in Nymora's lap and Thorsten's looking over you, covered in blood.
Should have
What
told
is it
your mother that
to-
you wanted to come.
What skill is it to carry
I'm
something?
so much
Athletics?
trouble. She finds out.
It is athletics, yeah.
Okay.
Strength, technically.
I will offer to help carry.
Oh, can I stand? I'll be okay.
Sure, yeah, you go to stand and you go like...
Yeah. Like no, I'm fine. Oh god. Okay.
Yeah, you cannot stand.
Stop.
I
No,
will
can't-
carry
I
him
can
on
do
my
it.
back.
I can do it. Damn it. No.
You know, definitely be best to like carry him baby doll status.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Please no.
I got a
Please
3 in
no. No.
athletics.
No.
Yeah, make an
I can
athletic,
walk.
make an athletic strength test, just for
Person,
all.
I can walk. I just
Yeah,
I'm
yep, that's
fine.
enough. And he just,
I'm
No.
ignoring you.
and your
No.
uncle is now carrying you.
God damn it.
Like you're going off to bed.
No.
Now,
Why?
Nymora, he begins taking him back. Brian volunteers to go back with them. Orton is still like breathing hard. What? Now, Arkay's body's right there. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Come on, Orton. Up you go.
Yeah, you help him up. He's like,
Yeah. I give him like a water scan or something so he can rinse his mouth out.
yeah, he'll do it. He thanks you, and he's like, I mean, I've killed a person before, but I just heard about it later.
It's different when you're there.
Yeah, and he just like nods.
Are you feeling all right?
You were a bad person, right?
From everything that I heard, the Fox Knights robbed and murdered throughout the Kingswood. So,
Okay.
if nothing else, he is guilty, at least in my mind, of trying to assassinate the my house.
He nods. He walks over and like picks his sword up that Thorsten had pulled out,
Mhm.
and he like wipes the blood on Arkay's body. It's like,
For a man who says that he is a middling fighter at best, that was a very good hit.
I mean, I think he was wounded and distracted. I just wanted him to maybe, I don't know, pay attention to me for a second so someone could get a hit in. I didn't think.
Is Joris still on the ground?
He is.
Can I go check on Joris?
Yeah, he's like, he's slowly beginning to sit up. It looks like he's
Yeah.
injured, but not dead.
Pat his cheeks a little bit.
What
Come
happened?
on, old man.
What happened? What?
Your greatest foe is dead.
What?
Congratulations.
Is that? Like, I've done it.
Oh.
I've done it. And you just see him, he's crying, like really immediately and intensely. And he goes, Lyra, I did it. He's dead. He's dead. You can rest easy down there. Where's Lyra?
You
He just like immediately just devolves into kind of babbling and crying.
You dealt him a grievous wound, and it would not have been so easy to slay him if it not had been for that. Let's get you back into the city.
Okay.
And then I'm going to haul Sir Arcade back onto my back.
Okay.
I'm gonna haul him, Lord Arcade, onto my back in a like a backpack,
Okay.
and just hike this back into
A flash
the
backpack.
city.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So the dead body goes on your back.
Yep.
And Orton will help Sir Joris walk back.
Hmm.
All right. As you go through the gate,
I'd stop outside the gate, I will say, so I'm not going to carry the dead body.
Thorsten is let through quite quickly.
Yeah.
And so
Put
with
me
Brian,
down.
you're like, by the way, yeah, you're like, put me down.
Oh,
Milk of the puppy. Yeah, you're starting to fly high and feel good
oh, it feels nice.
as your uncle carries you back to bed.
Such flashback.
But what do you do with the body as you get near the gate?
Well, I mean, I guess I should say, do the guards stop me?
Are you going to go up to the gate with the dead body?
If I stopped right outside the gate.
Well, the gates. Well, basically, there's like a tree line and then an
Oh.
opening, and then like the gate, which has now just been opened to let them in because they've recognized them, and
Mm-hmm.
they're looking. The nobleman's injured, so they're letting him through.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna carry him through.
Okay, they stop you,
Yeah.
and immediately go. All right, put down the body.
Do you want to carry it?
He goes by order of the fucking Crown's Guard. Put the body down,
Yeah.
or we fill you full of arrows.
I put down the body.
Yeah, you just hits the ground with a thud.
Just flick blood off of my arms. It's just like,
Mhm.
this man ambushed us at the Kingswood. I believe that if you come down and look at him, you will find that this is Lord Arcade. He of the Fox Knight.
He goes, "Oh, you captured the Fox Knight." He goes, "Pretty convenient. There's no images of what he looks like for his bounty."
I shrug.
Yeah.
You want to ask some of the witnesses who are with us?
Yeah, Orton steps up and he goes, "I am Orton of House Lugus, second born, and this man accosted me and my people, and he was a declared bandit and ruffian, severely injured my friend who you just saw walk through, Lord Henrik Weirlight of the Reach.
Fuck is
Heir,
generous.
heir, I will mind you, and he has targeted that family for quite some time, and this young lady has killed him. We need to bring his body inside for reasons that don't concern you." And with Orton there kind of like turning his haughtiness on, Crown Guard who are just like, okay.
It's not worth it.
Essentially.
It's late. I'm not paid enough for this.
Whatever.
He's
Yeah.
already dead. It's fine.
Yeah. And they're like, but don't just carry a fucking corpse around. At least wrap him up or something.
Yeah, you got anything I can use to do that? Give you a silver.
Oh, no. Just one of them pops up. Yeah, you pop him a silver. He just throws you like a rain tarp, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Just roll the body up.
Yep.
And just keep trucking.
Yep. You trek.
Mm-hmm.
So, eventually, Thorsten, I'm guessing you're going back to the inn?
Yes, I'm immediately taking him back to our bedroom, and I'm going to work on him.
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm Fine.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm
Yes,
fine.
yes, I know you are. 'Cause I just let him blab the
Mhm.
whole time.
All right. Yep. You are brought in, Mariella. Yes.
I've got a random question. How long has this been? I'm just trying to figure out whether or not like I've
2
passed
hours.
out. 2 hours.
You
Okay.
probably
So
not. You probably haven't gone to bed.
so Vivian and I are probably awake and somewhere in the okay. I'm just curious of whether or
I don't
not
know.
we potentially see Thorsten carrying in.
Well, question: at the end, do you hang out in the common room, eating or whatever?
Yeah.
All right. Then you do see Thorsten and Brian coming in carrying Henrik, who has blood
Of course he does.
all over him, mostly on Thorsten.
Shh, don't. Sophie,
That probably looks really
don't tell my
bad.
mother. She can't.
It's-
No, you can't tell my mother about this. She'll be so
Yes,
mad.
yes, of course, Henrik.
It's like a day can't go by without him getting hurt. You would
Yeah.
think his father invested so much in his training he'd be better at it, but
Yikes!
no.
All right, so Vivian, you see your child pale and bloody in
can't-
your.
Really glad I'm
I
too high to
can't
hear
do-
that.
I can't do anything about it, so I have to sit there and wait for Thorsten to tell me what's going on.
Well, so
Yeah.
do you not react? Do you not say anything? What do you
There are people out here in the
do? Yes.
sitting room.
I-
Yeah.
I mean, you have the ability. So do you not show any concern that your son is hurt?
Well, of course I show concern, but I just
That's what I'm
can't.
asking.
I can't do anything because Thorsten's just gonna tell me what he always does. Like, Vivian, go sit the fuck down.
Right. Okay, but I'm just asking. This is a scene.
Yeah.
Vivian, eating
Mhm.
dinner. Thorsten comes in. You look up. Blood
Curtain rises.
everywhere. Your son, pale, going, eh. And like the
Ugh.
reaction, gut.
Yeah, I'll rush up. Is he all right? Is he all right? What happened? What happened?
I wasn't there I didn't see all of it. Naimora will be back shortly.
Where is
okay.
she?
She was following behind me. I picked up Henrik, and I
Yeah, and I'll
immediately
just
walked him back.
just slightly tap his face. Henrik, can you hear me?
Yeah, Henrik opens his eyes and he stares at you like, oh.
He has a little bit of milk of the poppy in him.
And I'll just like kiss his
Mm.
face.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Shh, stop
I'm
talking.
okay. Okay.
Go.
As I carry him up to the bedroom, and
Yeah, you see, so Brian, he goes, your son fought incredibly well. He wounded the Fox Knight quite grievously.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, holding his hand. He's like, bows and then like,
Okay. Yeah.
not too much longer, Lord Orton, with a spray of blood on his chest, walks in with Naimora, who has something wrapped up that's body shaped.
How's Lowell doing?
Lyle, when you walk in like that, he's just looking at the blood mostly.
Oh, right on the. Oh, it's carpeted too. Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
I wipe my feet before I go in.
That's a good touch. You gotta be polite.
Uh-huh.
As you come in, Orton goes, Lady Vivian. do-
What?
No, just I'm sure you've seen your son. Apparently, your maester says he's all right.
Right.
But yeah, and he just like looks at you, Naimora.
Hmm. We should go upstairs.
Fucking Lyle's staring at what you're holding. He's like,
Hmm.
he's not saying anything though.
Yeah.
He's just staring.
I take one of the gold dragons that I
Uh-huh.
got
Yeah.
from the joust.
Yeah.
And I just put it on the counter in front of him and just say, it's like,
He will take it.
it's not anything that you need to worry about.
He just goes back to wiping down his bar.
Classic bartender cleaning that one cup.
not my circus, not my problem.
Yep, not my monkey. Not my monkey's
Monkey's not my circus. Yeah.
All right.
I'll say that, but then I'll also say is that I promise you this is not going to be a recurring thing.
If you say so.
Say that now.
Okay, look, if I can do that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna bring this whole sad thing upstairs.
Yep. Orton immediately sits down at the bar and he's like, something that burns. And Lyle just nods.
Something that smells like gasoline, please.
Turpentine, if you have that, even just whatever.
Do you have any cleaning products?
Bleach.
All right.
You just have Pine Sol.
As you begin to go up with your freshly dead body, we are actually going to end there.
I figured.
Yep. So, way to go. That's definitely not how I thought that was going to go. But, sometimes you just got to see how the dice drop.
Yeah.
I do have a slight question.
Yeah.
Just
please preserve it till after maybe everything.
sure.
Why?
It was about
Why?
Constance and wanting to talk to Lyle, but we can do that later.
Yes, we will do that next session.
Okay.
So thank you so much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the very action-packed today. We had a bunch of intrigues, combat. Today was an action-packed triage.
Yeah, almost worked. Yeah,
almost. So close, but yeah, absolutely. Good work, everybody, and we will see you guys next time. Hopefully, joined by our entire cast.
Yes.
But until then, see you around.
See ya.
Bye.